He is well aware there's already been the first storm-related death in her county in the city of Davie. It is tragic news to bring you as a man died putting up shutters.
Let's go to Local 10's Todd Tonka live now in Davie with the very latest. Todd.
Calvin and Lori, this actually happened yesterday, but with all the chaos and calls, we're just learning about it now. We are in a neighborhood, this is a West Davie neighborhood that is just east of 590, or rather east of I-75 and south of 595. And I have to tell you, the neighbors here are still in shock over what happened. It happened at the home behind me. Apparently, the woman had hired someone that she had known to come over and help her with putting up shutters. And as you can see, this is a very tall two-story home, and that's when that man was trying to help with shutters on the second floor. He fell off the ladder.
I never seen anything like that in my life though, so it's really graphic.
The first confirmed hurricane-related death in Florida happened in Davie, as residents in this quiet neighborhood worked to prepare their homes for the storm.
I woke up and I heard screaming, like lots of screaming from my backyard, and I thought it was the neighbors. But it turns out the man that my mom hired to put up the shutters has fell, and I heard them say like his post stopped.
Their next door neighbor happened to be a former EMS captain from Palm Beach County. He retired 1 week ago.
And I went over there and he was still breathing, and then he stopped. We moved him over, started CPR, he started breathing again, went out to check to see where rescue was at, and when I went back there, his pulse was gone at that point.
Neighbors say the man and his nephew were trying to make a few dollars, putting up shutters on the second floor of homes here.
He put the table on the back, and the guy put the extension ladder in the front down. You know.
He put the ladder on top of the table.
Yeah, he put it on top of the table.
And then the table gave way.
Yes.
It's a sad cautionary story of how serious and deadly Irma is, and how everyone has to think safety first.
I think you need to follow the directions, like the warnings on the ladders. It's serious.
And the neighbors were so upset and so shocked by what they heard and they saw that they banded together and they actually helped each other put their shutters up on these homes, holding the ladder, passing the shutters up, and working as a team so that they did it safely. At this point, we do not know the identity of the man that passed away. We tried to talk to the resident here that owns the home. His son did speak with us. They're very upset about this, but unfortunately that man did pass away. And so this is the first confirmed death, Hurricane Irma related death in the state of Florida right here in Davie.
And Todd, if you could, just kind of walk us through some safety tips. It's so important, or reiterate them, as we know that more people are going to be waiting until the very last minute to put up those shelters. What is the
Shutters. Shutters. Shutters, not shelters, right?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so used to saying shelters. But shutters, what is the most important thing that people should keep in mind?
It's been a long couple of days, Calvin. Yeah. There are some really easy tips that you can use. First of all, wear gloves. Especially if you have these metal corrugated shutters, they have very sharp edges. They are heavy. And so if you are going to put, even on the first floor, I used to have these shutters, and they are a real bear to get up on your house. Especially if you're going to do something on the second floor, you're going to need a 16 to an 18-foot extension ladder, and definitely don't try and put those shutters up on your own. If you're older, if you have a health issue, this is a young man's game. If you're going to try and put these shutters up on the second floor, you should definitely get help. In fact, it's really a three-man job. One person just dedicated to holding that ladder, and then the other person to hand those shutters up to you. That's probably the safest way. I know a lot of people that went through I think 4 or 5 storms that we had back in 2005, including Hurricane Wilma. That's when they finally said enough, and they pulled the trigger and got those accordion shutters or got hurricane impact glass. These shutters are great. They work fantastic once you get them up. They're very safe, but they are difficult to put into place and to install.
And thin little plastic gloves are not going to cut it.
Well, you try and get a good pair of leather rawhide gloves. You're right, Lori, because they're very sharp, they're very heavy, they can be dangerous. I mean, I remember one year after a storm, we put up shutters, and I was all scarred up from it, and that's because I didn't have a good pair of gloves. But the ladder, obviously, he made a bad call putting that ladder on top of a table. That's just, no one would want. No safety expert would tell you that that is a safe way to get on to the top of a ladder. It was unfortunately a fatal mistake.
All right, now Todd Tongan and Davie on the first tragedy related to Irma putting up those shutters. Thanks a lot.